Welcome back to the Catnip Podcast. My name is Grace, and today is Monday, June 27th. This is a podcast about knitting, books, baking, and cats, but most importantly knitting, because that is what I love to do all day, every day. I have various social medias that you can follow me on. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Ravelry. I'm most active on Instagram, so please go follow me over on there. I get up to a lot of stuff during the week. And right now, with my summer recording schedule, which is every other week, I share more updates of what I get up to that I'm not obviously sharing every week here. I also have show notes, so links to things that I will be talking about will be linked on my blog. So if you are there already, everything is down below, or if you're on YouTube, the link to that is down below. I also work at a yarn shop. It is called Pearly Girls. It is in Spring, Texas, and I will leave all of the online shop, website, Instagram, social media, all that stuff, all the various places. So if you'd like to check us out either online or in person, that would be wonderful. Or both. Whatever works. We have a lot to talk about. I have realized I've already forgotten something that I didn't bring in my pile of stuff that's over here. It is very hot. We haven't had rain in a long time. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen my play-by-play of the weather. We got a little bit of rain. Anyway, we were hoping storms are coming soon. Fingers crossed. It's very hot. My hair, I feel like it's gotten much longer than it was last time I saw you. I don't know. We've just got a lot to talk about, so I don't have a ton of time to record today, so. Also, the dryer is going, so it will be beeping. So let's just get right into it. If you like to grab something tasty to drink, something to snack upon, something to craft upon, an animal to snuggle, laundry to fold, maybe you are on your lunch break, maybe you are enjoying some time outside, whatever you may be doing, I hope it is bringing you joy and maybe some relaxation, or helping you get through a task that is not as much fun. You can do all those things, none of those things, whatever, and you can come back and join me for some crafty chat. We're going to be very grateful for Costco. We are huge fans of Costco, but they have big like flats of Waterloo, and they had a particularly summery batch. It was pineapple, or it is pineapple. I'm drinking the pineapple one, watermelon, and orange. Haven't tried the orange one yet, but the watermelon one is very nice. Not like a bad artificial watermelon taste. I just really like it. It's very refreshing. So, everyone, the thing that I forgot is actually, I think, my main finished object. I've gotten so far on so many other things, but the other thing is really only my only finished object. We're pulling everything out so I can see what I'm talking about today. What are we talking about? What is this? Yes, I need to talk about that as well. Okay, I'll be right back, and I'm going to go run and get this finished object. One moment. Okay. Gotta get readjusted. So, my first and only real finished object. There are other things that are super close. Just didn't make it for this week. Is that thunder? We can't get off this tangent right now. I don't have time. I did a test knit for Heidi Kermeyer, and I test knit the 2-fur tank for her, and it is all done. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it's got it's a 2-for-1, basically, hence the name, and you could wear it either with the square neck in the front, or you can wear it in the V-neck in the front. My favorite is the V-neck. And it is really wonderful. This is knit out of Barocco Modern Cotton from Pearly Girls. So we do have quite the color selection. So if you're interested, you can check us out online and get your yarn there. But But I love it. It's super cute. Summery tops. We're checking the 2 goals this year. There were other goals, but 2 main goals were more cardigans and more summery tops. And we have accomplished a summery top. Go me. This came out last week sometime. So you should go get your pattern. It was super fun, very easy, just pretty straightforward construction. And yeah, so that was really fun. Other test knits that I am working on. I feel like, do I have them all over here? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. So I am test knitting technically 3 other things right now. One of them is not due until August, and I haven't worked on it since because I'm just working on the body. It is a sweater. I think I showed it to you all last week. But I haven't worked on it since because I have these 2 other ones, and I had the 2 for tank that need to be finished, so the other, or the 3rd one, or 4th one, whatever, the Brooklyn Raglan is what it is, was put on the back burner. So once one of these gets finished, I will, actually I think these 2 that I'm about to show you have the same deadline. So they will both be done at the same time, or roughly the same time anyway. This is the Quill Tee, Quill Top, Quill something by Tiff Neeland of Tiff Neeland Designs. This is a colorwork top-down yoked sweater. It's got short sleeves. Obviously you could lengthen them if you wanted to, and it's got it's just a normal kind of cropped, kind of not. Again, that's adjustable depending on what you want. You just have to adjust your yardage. And at the bottom of the body, there's a really cute picot bind off after your ribbing, which is super fun and I'm very excited about. So I don't remember, I don't think I had cast this on last time we chatted. This has just been kind of plodding along. Very happy with how it's turning out. It's a very simple pattern. It's just 2 colors. You could add more colors if you wanted to, of course, but I'm just using the 2. My main color is something by Knitting for Olive. Slate Gray. That is the color, which we also have a Pearly Girl, so there's that. This is their merino base, and my contrasting color is Bunny Hops from Heather Handmaids, which was her big full skein from her advent calendar last year. And I'll have plenty of this left over. I got the main color new, like it wasn't in my stash, and then I went stash busting for the contrasting color because it's not a ton. And I really liked it. These are very similar to the original colors that Tiff used. And so I wanted to maybe try and do something similar, and I think it's working out pretty well. I'm very happy with how that looks, and I'm getting a spam call, so that's great. But yeah, I'm just really loving how this is going. I am super close. I think I have like 2 rows left on my colorwork chart, and maybe 1 more increase row, and then I'll be dividing for the sleeves. So I'm very excited about that, and just to move forward. Once I divide for the sleeves, I think it will just fly off my needles. We love a good body city, or body island, body town. I don't know what you want to call it, but something like that. But it's been really nice. It's been a good way to practice 2-handed color work, because it's just a lot of, I think the most that you have in between is maybe 4 stitches at a time. Most of it is 2x2, or a good portion of it is 2x2, so it's really nice, so you can get some good practice in. If that is something that you want to do, you obviously don't have to do that. You can knit however you want. There are no knitting police. No knitting police at all. So that is my first test knit. My second test knit is in one of these bags. Yes, it's in this one. And I don't think I had cast this one on either, so And I said this last time I recorded, this is one of the problems of recording every 2 weeks, is that you don't remember what you have done in between that time, because it does seem like a lot of time, because it is a lot of time. Just a lot has happened, you know? A lot has gone on. So, what is this? This is a 3-color shawl that I'm testing for Samantha Gurin of Samantha Gurin Designs. This is called, I think this currently does not have a name, but this is what I have so far, and I'm super excited. These colors are me, but they're also not me at the same time, if that makes sense. So we have these garter stripes, and then we have this texture, and we have garter stripes, and we'll have more texture, and then I do that a couple times, and then there's a little bit of lace at the very end. But it's just these 3 colors, and I really love it so much. It's super fun. I'm using skeins that I've been holding on to for forever, and I'm glad that we are knitting them into new memories and new things, and getting them out of my stash and loving them, which is very exciting. This textured pattern is super fun. I'm very happy with how it looks. And yes, I do realize there is a word right there that is incorrect, and I know that that would bother some people. It does not bother me. I am leaving it. It does not affect the yardage. It was my fault. It was my fault. But I'm not changing it, because when I realized what I had done, it was too late. Too late. And I did not want to rip everything out. What are my yarns? One of my yarns is this, which is Unicorn by Moondrake. Yes, it is Unicorn by Moondrake. My other color is Petrichor by Ching, with a very old Ching label. Their labels no longer look like this, by Ching. And Petrichor is the word that describes the smell after it rains, I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. But it's a fun word to say, Petrichor. And then this, which is super fun and a little bit newer to my stash, but I love it so much. This is Taffy by Hugh Loco. So we are using some very beloved indie dyers, and I'm just really excited to be able to use these colors all together. Like, they're super fun. They're very, I think what would have been really me is if I had used more of a neutral than this Unicorn, like if it was, I don't know. But everything it just seems very, very colorful for my normal color palette. And I love it. It's a little bit different. We love getting out of our comfort zones, especially when it comes to color and trying new things. And here we are. I'm ready for my next textured section. And then this is also a little progress keeper from Little Bitty Delights, who I love dearly, and it's wonderful. So, yes. The currently unnamed shawl by Samantha Gurin, coming out, both this and the quill top are coming out sometime in July, which is like next week. Actually, it's Friday. It's not even next week. I forgot to put the tags in here. If I do not put them in here now, I will forget. So, isn't that crazy that Friday is July? Not just next week, but. So, both those things are due in July, end of July, I believe. Next up are I'm not talking about any more test knits. Sorry, my nose has gotten very itchy. I have my name in for one test knit currently. I'm waiting to hear about. And that one's got a pretty long deadline as well. So, but we will see. I won't say anything yet. What else have I been working on? Let's talk about this, because this is for the Fiber Fun Along that Pearly Girls is currently hosting. It started at the end of May and is running until September 1st, and you can knit or crochet or make any kind of thing. We are having fun events and demonstrations of things on Thursday evenings if you'd like to come and hang out with us. And you don't have to work on your Fiber Fun Along project, but you can, because that is why we are doing it. I'm working on the Gramps Revive cardigan by Isabel Kramer, and I currently actually have 2 Isabel Kramer patterns on my needles, and I'm not sad about it. I am a huge Isabel Kramer fan. This is inside out. There we go. I'm currently working on the sleeve. What? I don't remember where I was, because I have since moved my progress keepers because I needed to mark things and knew that it would be a long time before I showed it to you, so we were just going to assume that it was a lot. I just don't remember where I was. But the body is done. The button band is done, which you can't see because it's rolling in on itself, but it is in fact done and beautiful, if I do say so myself. I think I did an incredible job. Button bands are one of those things that it's always like you hold your breath while you pick it up and while you cast it off, or I do anyway, and it's just like, ooh, this will make or break it. This will make or break it. If I don't do this right, I will. It's one of those things that I will rip out if it doesn't look right. I did that with the cast off of one of the bottoms because I don't know why it's just so ruffly. I know it will go away when I block it, but it's like, because I cast off a certain way to begin with on the first front, and it was super ruffly, even more so than it currently is, which I know you can't really tell here, but so I ripped it out and redid it and did it more tightly, and it's still ruffling, and it's like, I don't want to make it too tight, otherwise it won't stretch. So I know blocking will help. So I'm pretty sure that was thunder. That's very exciting. We won't get distracted by the weather. But I'm working on my first sleeve. Just barely, but it is a sleeve. And we all know that the second sleeve goes faster. So we're excited about this. I'm using Knitting for Olive Merino in the hazelnut colorway and it's like brown bear or grizzly bear or something like this. This is dark brown, and then this little bit is just a little Madeline Tosh thing that I had in my stash. I'm possibly thinking about striping around the cuff, just doing like maybe 2 or 3 rows of the dark brown and the white before doing the cuff. I think that might look nice, but we will wait and see until I get there. I don't have a ton of the brown left. I thought I would have more, but obviously this would be enough to do a few rounds on a sleeve for both sleeves for sure. It's just, I don't know why this has gone by so quickly. I know it's been on my needles for a long time because I cast it on at the very end of May. And it's just, I don't know, there's just been a lot of opportunities for me to have mindless knitting, and a lot of this has been mindless knitting, which I love. Oh, I remember last time I showed it to you, we had just seen our friends in the Dirty Rotten Scoundrels musical, and I had just finished or close to the first front, and I needed to rip out the cast on. I did show that to you. And so, yeah, I've done a lot since then. I finished both of the other ribbings and did the neckband, and obviously started the sleeves. in addition to everything else that I have already shown you and will continue to show you. We've got 4 more projects. What? Oh my goodness. I feel like it's getting darker. It's definitely getting more windy. We love this. We need rain so badly. Okay, next up. Another thing that I've gotten so much done on is my Weekender light. I'm also working on sleeves with this. I finished the neck on both sides. Both are done. And I even learned a new thing. I learned how to do the Kitchener on one needle. I hadn't done that before, and Andrea Mowry does in fact have a wonderful tutorial. I did have to watch it several times, and my first side is definitely a little wonky at the beginning, but that's okay. I was learning, and that's fine. But I didn't know how to do that, and now I do, and I feel pretty happy about that because I do have a sweater on my needles that I haven't worked on in forever, but does involve a lot of Kitchener stitch. So I'm hoping that will be a good thing and make things a little bit easier. But I do have, if you're looking at the back, there's the front, literally the same thing. But I do have quite a bit knit on my sleeve. This Progress Keeper came from Charmedology, and it was a little kit that came along with this bag from Rose and Seams, which I love and is very springy and reminds me of the fact that rain does exist, even though we haven't had it in forever, but hopefully we will in the next 30 minutes. This is the Weekender Light, if I didn't mention that. This is by Andrea Mowry. I'm using Heathered Handmaids in Be Teal My Heart, which I just love so much. I love my other Weekender. I did the Worsted Away Weekender 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't remember. I love it so much. That is thunder. That was big thunder. Hence my bigger excitement. I love my other Weekender so much. I knit the cuffs longer and I have a thumb hole. It's great. I love it. I color blocked it. It's just my favorite. I am so excited to be having, I will have I will eventually have a fingering weight one, and this is just like the perfect sweatshirt pattern. It's just, you can dress it up, you can dress it down. It's just very simple, but also just very, it's still interesting. It's not just like a plain sweatshirt, which are also awesome. I love this so much, and I love the color. It just makes me so happy. It's very windy. The wind is definitely picking up. That's not rain. Those are leaves blowing off. All the dry, dead leaves and other things. When it starts raining, you will know if it starts raining while I'm recording. Or even if it's not while I'm recording, you will know if you follow me on Instagram, because I'll probably be posting about it. It's also exciting because we have a couple of days of rain ahead of us, so this is like the first day. It took its sweet time getting here, because don't you know I've been monitoring it and watching it very closely. Anyway, we can't get distracted right now. We've got 3 more projects to talk about. I'm very warm. That's okay. It's the downside of having long hair. It can be very toasty, and I don't want to have it up all the time because I like having it down. You know? Anyway. Okay. Let's talk about this. This is my, I was gonna look up how this is pronounced. The E-L-A-H. Ella? Gila. I think, by Isabel Kramer, my second Isabel Kramer project. I'm loving this so much. This is yarn that I got from when I visited my parents in Colorado most recently at my mom's local yarn shop, Maker and Stitch, which is in Edwards, and also a wonderful, wonderful yarn shop. If you're visiting, would highly recommend. But this is what I have. I have knit both fronts, I have knit the back, and I have in fact joined the two together. You can't see any of this because it's black and the stitches just really get lost. I promise you that I have made a lot of progress. The stitch definition in this yarn is just absolutely glorious. There we go. I'm using Harrisville Designs Nightshades in the static colorway. Nightshades. Harrisville Designs. Grown in Montana, spun in New Hampshire. My mom is also doing this, and she got the navy version of this, and I don't remember what it's called, but my yarn, I believe, has been carded or spun or whatever with little gray flecks. So if you're unfamiliar with this Harrisville Designs, the Nightshades, the Nightshades or the Daylights, you have your base of either black or white. I have it up there, but it's too high for me to reach. And then it's like spun or carded with a little bit extra color. So it just kind of changes the overall hue of the yarn with that color base, which is really, it's very, very pretty and so subtle and just beautiful. It is so squishy and I love it so much. It makes me so happy. So happy. This is we have another Little Bitty Lights Progress Keeper. We've got stitch markers from Hand Stitch Life in here. Another favorite. And yeah, I am now just knitting on the body until it reaches a certain length, keeping the lace panels consistent on the front. I've done all the shaping. Obviously the neckband is continued on as you go, so there's no need to go back and pick up. And then I will be picking up sleeves around here. We've got a lot of sleeves going on, and we've got a lot of bodies going on, and I'm very excited about it. This is definitely not mindless though, because I have to keep track of the lace, but I love it so much. You do have, I believe, is it just charted? Oh, it may be written and charted. I honestly don't remember. I do apologize. I know it's definitely charted because that's what I'm following. There are a lot of charts that you have a chart for your left front and your right front, and that did take me a little bit of figuring out what was going on when I was setting everything up, and I did the fold over and I connected everything and what was what and what was going where, but eventually I got it, and that's all that really matters. And now I'm just flying and it's amazing. This is currently very much squished in this little bag that I just recently got from Pineapple Yarn as a kit, that I really love. It's just so cute. It came with yarn, which is up there, and I showed it to you all last time, and then a Progress Keeper that is on a project somewhere that I don't actually remember which one, but that's okay. I'm getting so many notifications right now. I'm busy. People, I'm busy. It's not raining yet. That's okay. Next up, everyone. I'm just working on the foot of my second sock, everyone. Ta-da! And they're relatively matching. I don't really care. In my personal opinion, mismatching socks do not bother me. They are basically the same. This one has a little bit of orange. This one has a lot of orange. That's some beautiful thunder. We need the rain so badly. Please just rain. Rain, rain, rain. Aren't we glad this happened today while I'm recording so you all can experience this with me? I am loving this. I know that I say this every time that I knit socks, and it's just like, we get it. You go through this phase, you knit a pair of socks, maybe 2 pairs of socks, maybe a pair and a half, and then you stop. And then you said all this stuff about how much you love them and how much you want to keep on knitting them, and then you never do. It's just a phase with cycles, you know, we all go through cycles of life. Sometimes I'm in a sock knitting mood, sometimes I'm not. Right now I am, and I am loving it so much. It is just bringing me so much joy. It's just so good. And there's something about how compact they are, and we have another trip to go visit my parents this coming month in July, and I'm very excited, which actually may mess up my recording schedule, but it may not, but we'll figure that out at a later date. But you can bet that I'm gonna have these done by then, and I will have wound up another pair, and I will be working on these on the plane, because it's just super easy, really small and compact, doesn't take up a lot of elbow room, especially if you're sitting next to someone who does need to take up a lot of elbow room. I'm not talking about Sam, I'm talking about the person I was sitting next to going this past time. She did not need that much space. It was just a lot of elbows going on. That's all I can really say. Anyway, so I did not need a lot of elbow room because I was like knitting on my sock, and it was just like little itty bitty bitty on my 9-inch circulars. This is, what is the pattern? What is the yarn? Good question. Let me tell you. This is the Vanilla Sock pattern by Crazy Sock Lady, which we love. Love that so much. It's really super easy. If you are new to 9-inch circulars, they're a game changer. If you're willing to give them a try, give them a try. I understand they're not for everybody. That's why we have a bazillion different ways to knit socks. There is a method out there for you. You just have to find the right one. I love 9-inch circulars, and she spells it out for you, which is really nice. And for someone who is not like a seasoned sock knitter by any means, I have knit many pairs of socks, but I wouldn't say that I could like piece together a pattern. I don't have all my numbers memorized that magically fit my foot because this is my first time knitting this pattern, but this will be my vanilla sock pattern for sure. But she walks you through how to do it on 9-inch circulars, which is really easy, and I really appreciate, because it's like, I know how to do this on DPNs, I don't know how to translate this onto a 9-inch circular, if that makes sense. But she spells it out for you, and she's got other versions of this pattern. I believe there may be a DPN version, there's a magic loop version, maybe there's a 2 circular needle version, I don't know. There's a lot of different versions that she has of this sock pattern, and it's great. It is a heel flap and gusset. Those types of sock fit my foot the best. I love it. I have small feet, I have narrow feet, and it works for me. The yarn is Kirby Werby yarn, and she does amazing self-striping. I have so much self-striping sock yarn. A friend gifted a lot of it to me, and I have collected a lot over the years, and I'm so excited. Everyone. I'm so excited. And I had to reshuffle things around, and shelves you can't see up there to make space. There's now like a solely self-striping sock yarn area. The red had to be combined into, since there were 2 different types of red, and I needed to combine the 2, and some of the red went down to the orange, but we fixed it. It's all good. So loving these socks. Just plugging right along, and yes, obviously I'm on the foot. We're just knitting now. It's great. Having these stripes makes things go so fast. And then this would be also very easy to add in a stitch pattern if you wanted to. It is, if you had a multiple that matched your stitch count, then that would be super easy to do, which I honestly may do next time, but we will see. It depends on how adventurous I'm feeling. I'm sorry, we're almost done. I got one more project to talk about. I don't know if I'd cast this on. This was a very spontaneous cast on. This is a purely me cast on. We're just gonna pull everything out so I can show it to you all. I actually found yarn. There was a test knit that came across my path. I think it was shortly after I recorded last time, so I haven't showed this to you yet. But there was a test knit that came across my path, and I was sitting here, I was looking at my shelves, I was like, okay, I gotta come up with 5 colors. Couldn't come up with 5 colors, which, you know, that doesn't make sense. How can we not come up with 5 colors? I don't know. I just didn't have the brain power to do it. I was not having it. I was not feeling inspired, which is totally fine for this particular thing. And so I was just sitting here thinking about what I needed to do and what I didn't want to do that day. And here comes the cat who has woken up. And I was browsing Ravelry and browsing Instagram, which is wonderful and also very distracting. And Andrea Mowry's Feel Good brioche shawl had just been released, and I don't know what about it, but I was like, I need to knit that, and I'm gonna knit it today. I'm going to cast it on today. It's happening. It is happening today. I don't care that I've got so many other things on my needles. I don't care that I have other test knits on my needles. I am doing this today. So I did. And here it is. Here it is. So far. It is a DK weight shawl, brioche shawl. It is 5 colors. And all of this is stash busting, which is great. Got some new increases that are unfamiliar to me, so we did learn some new things. We've got this nice garter stitch edging, and we're just doing this until I have a certain amount of stitches. We're doing this a certain amount of times, and then we're changing to do 1 color brioche, which will be this, I think, which is the Uncommon Thread. I believe I did also throw all my ball bands in here. That's not it. That's not it either. Here we go. The Uncommon Thread BFL Light DK in the Twig color. That's that. That's going to be 1 color brioche, so it'll be by itself. What I'm currently working on together is this, which is Malabrigo worsted. I understand it's worsted. I understand. I did go up a needle size. I am knitting it on an 8, and it's just so marvelously squishy. This is the water green colorway. I've had this in my stash for years. And then I have paired that with a skein that is particularly special to me. which is this. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would know, or you might have seen, this is a skein of La Bien-Aimée, and it's one of my very few skeins of hers. This is the MCNDK in the Dire Wolf Graffiti. And I actually got this while I was on my study abroad in Paris. And when I got this was the first time I went to her brick and mortar shop, which is now closed, very sadly. But it was kind of an ordeal for me to find her shop and the tea room. But it was a moment of incredible bravery on my part, because it was hard for me to find, and it was something that I didn't know what it was going to be like, and I did it, and I have this skein and a couple other skeins behind me, but I've been saving this skein for forever, and now I'm finally using it, and it's a special skein. It is very special to me. So part of me is like, ooh, I'm actually using this skein. I won't be able to use it again, which is not true. That is not true. I probably will have some left over from this, and I can use it in something else. And then I will have this beautiful yarn with brand new memories into the old memories. And it's a good time. It's a good time. There's nothing wrong with saving those special skeins if that's what you want to do. No shame. Completely understand that, because there are plenty of other skeins on here that I have saved for years for that very reason. But also, like, we got them because we love them. We got them because they're beautiful. We got them to use them. And you can make beautiful art with your memories. And I think that's beautiful. That is a whole discussion I could get into that we do not have time for today. So I've only showed you 3 colors out of the 5. My last 2 colors are these 2 colors, which is Madeline Tosh in the Molly Ringwald colorway. Yes, the Tosh DK. And then this is actually fingering weight, but I'm going to hold it double. And this is the Pop Rocks color by Hue Logo. And it's very, very different. Like this, again, this color palette is very, I wouldn't say that it's not me, but it's just different than what I would normally go for. And I'm so loving it. I'm so excited. I think also it has to do with it being so hot, like the idea of having a heavy brioche, like a squishy brioche shawl to snuggle up in when it's cool, just makes me so excited, and I just really want it to be cool. So, Birdie's exploring. What you looking at, chicken? Bye. Who knows? I'm loving this. I haven't worked on this in a while, but I want this to get back into my rotation soon, because we love a good brioche moment, and it's one of those things that if you work on it a little bit every day, or once a week or whatever, it'll eventually get done. And I'm in no rush because it's literally so hot here, and it's only June. It's no fun. I know it's hot other places, but this is like abnormally hot for us at this time of year, and also air conditioning has problems sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't always work. Sometimes it tries and it just can't keep up. What was I saying? I don't remember. But I'm just really loving having this new random project. I think when I cast it on, I had also had kind of a hard day, and I needed a feel-good shawl, which is literally what it's called, which is a very good name for it. What am I going to be casting on in the near future? I don't know. I do know that there will be things. What they will be, we will just have to wait and see, says the poet in me. I don't know. The Fiber Fun Along project that I'm doing with Pearly Girls is almost done. So what I'm going to do after that, I do not know. I do have, oh, they're way up there. Who? So obviously I still have time because we are going until September 1st, so I could do something else. I have 2 ideas. I have some Miss Babs from when we did the Miss Babs trunk show back in whatever month that was. I could do another brioche shawl in fingering weight, the Sizzle Pop shawl by Knit Graffiti. That's a possibility. I also got yarn from Miss Babs to make a vest by My Favorite Things, and that is holding mohair with it, which is a little kind of not what I'm into right now, but we will have to wait and see. And then also, when we had Heathered Handmaids as a trunk show, I got 2 skeins of her fingering tweed in the brown, it's a brown colorway, I don't remember what the name is, and it's way up there. And I don't remember, oh, I do remember what I was going to do. I think I was going to do the Missoni Accomplished by Espace Tricot. I don't know if I'm going to do that anymore because everyone, have you all seen the coloring book Raglan or something by Amy, we're going to look it up. Amy Sure Makes? Yeah, Amy Sure Makes on Instagram. She did, what is this? Yeah, the coloring book Raglan. This is her in her original one, and I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. It is worsted weight. She's making a fingering weight one. Everyone, I'm so excited, and I really kind of want to do that if it is coming out at any point sometime soon. I honestly don't know when it's coming out, but I did not, when this test call came out, I did not have time. There's the fingering weight version. I'm so excited. I just didn't have time when the first test call came out, which is okay. I will knit it and love it very dearly when it does come out. But that is a possibility. That is a definite possibility. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I do have some Suburban Stitcher up there that I may think about using. I don't know. There's also something that I wanted to make out of some yarn that we had, and now I can't remember either the name of the yarn or the name of the pattern, so that is not helpful, and I do apologize. Yeah, they're just, you never know. You never know what things may pop up or whatever. I also have been wanting to work on my O-band cardigan. Did I show you all that I had finished the sleeve? I honestly don't remember if you had even seen the sleeve, but it's finished. Did I show you a finished sleeve? I don't remember. You've seen a finished sleeve, now you have. So I just have the other sleeve and then the neckband and the pockets to do. So this also needs to be pulled out to be worked on, but there's just too much going on. You know, we'll just have to wait and see. And then we also know that the Bubble Cardigan by Stephen West is always in the back of my mind. Always. It will happen. It will happen at some point. I just don't know when. Okay, we can just sit and project plan for the rest of time and it will be so much fun, but unfortunately I do not have time to do that. But that is all the knitting that I have. There was a lot of knitting to talk about. We have about an hour, close to anyway. I've been really enjoying recording every other week. It's been very nice to take that little break and that time off. Obviously I have way more content to show you all, but it makes my the Monday that I don't record a little bit more free, which I am very grateful that you all are very happy for me to take a break and happy for me to take some time off. I appreciate that you support that. I do it anyway, but I appreciate that you support it. And yeah, that's pretty much all the knitting that I have to show you all. And there'll probably be other cast-ons by the time I come around next time. But we never know. We literally never know. I had no idea I'd cast on a DK weight brioche shawl that one day. And here we are. So, we're having a grand old time. All this knitting, whatever crafting you are doing, whether it's knitting, crocheting, whatever it may be, I hope you're having a grand old time, because that's what it's really all about, that you're having fun and it brings you joy, whether it's for yourself or for someone else. I hope it brings you joy. Thank you so much for being with me today. I've had very much fun chatting to you about this stuff. I hope that it's been fun. I hope maybe it's been inspirational. I will also say that seeing all my progress over the span of 2 weeks is highly inspirational to me, because it's like, whoa, I got so much done. I'm so excited about all these things. So that's another really positive thing after for recording every other week. It's been very nice. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Like I said, I have social media, I have show notes, I have yarn store information, all the various places. If you have any questions about anything, or if I've happened to forget to include something and you don't know where to find it, or you just want to say hello, which I would love, please feel free to send me a message on Instagram. I hope you've had a wonderful couple of weeks, couple of weekends. Listen to that glorious thunder. I am so excited. Literally could cry about it. I hope your crafty plans, I hope that they are so successful. I hope that they have been successful and that you also have made progress that you are happy with. Also, let's keep in mind a reminder, talking to you. We are not defined by how much progress we make on our projects from week to week, from 2 weeks to 2 weeks. It does not define your ability as a crafter. You can make 1 sweater in a year, and that's wonderful. You can make 20 sweaters in a year. That's also wonderful. However you craft, however you do it, is perfect for you. We do not compare. Other people craft differently, and that is okay. It is okay. And I really want to hone in on that, because I know that for me, I can see people make so much progress, and then I'm like, well, I am just not a good knitter because I can't do this much and I need to do more and I just can't. There's not enough time. I'll never be as good. I've talked about this many times. I will continue to talk about this many times because I feel so strongly about this. So apologies. but also sorry, not sorry. We don't define ourselves by how much progress we make on our projects. Knitting, crocheting, reading, things we've baked, music we've listened to, quilts we've made, clothes we've made, clothes we haven't made. We don't define ourselves by that. The point is that we're having fun. The point is that we're making things that we are so excited about and things that bring us joy. That's all that really matters. So, take that with you. I hope that is encouraging. Just a friendly reminder for you and also for me, because I feel like a lot of the things that I say when I go on these tangents are also pep talks for me. So, I feel like I had a ton of energy and we've just now like crashed. That's okay. There's laundry that needs to be folded. I need to wrap this up. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. You are wonderful. You are enough. You are an incredible crafter, you know? Any level. Any kind of level is amazing because creativity is beautiful and important. Thank you for being you. I will see you all in 2 weeks. Who knows what we will get up to in between then. If you are wanting updates from me in between now and when I next record, follow me on Instagram. That is the main place to get updates. If you want to say hi, any of that kind of stuff, that is the place to be. What am I wanting to do? We'd like to have a pair of finished socks. That'd be nice. Maybe 2 finished test knits. That would be really incredible. A finished Gramps Revive. That would be pretty awesome. And maybe even a weekender. We're going to be very ambitious. And I'd like to maybe get past the 1-color braiders on my Feel Good shawl. That would be a good goal to have. We've got goals. We got things to work towards. Yes. Anyway, I'm gonna go enjoy this thunder while I have to fold laundry, which is not my favorite, but at least there's thunder, which means there's hopefully rain coming. It hasn't started raining yet, but it's thundering a lot, so that's positive. Anyway, I will stop rambling. Thank you all for being here today, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye!